Poetry freak. Hello, good morning, poetry freaks. It's Wednesday. I know what day it is. I know. I usually don't know what day it is, but today I rehearsed. I thought it's Wednesday a couple of times, and it worked. So welcome to Breakfast Poetry Live. Oh, did you notice I'm done up as the poetry freak? Wait. I gotta let me put my coffee down so you can see my shirt, because it's Spirit Week at my library, right? And I forgot that Monday was hat day. I knew it was something, and then I forgot it was something, and then I got there and people had hats on and I missed it because I forgot. We're just a bunch of middle-aged ladies and some younger folks, some millennials and such, and so today's character day, and I cannot afford to get done up like the freaking governess and turn of the screw and wear a whalebone corset, which I wouldn't want to do anyway because that's uncomfortable. And how do you breathe? I don't know. I love reading about a whaling journey, but I don't love a whalebone corset. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I don't. But furthermore, the Mad Woman in the Attic, that takes a lot of explaining, Jane Eyre. So I figured this is like not going to cost me any money because this stuff is already lying around. This is what I get done up in for poetry freakery. Now that sounded weird. Okay, let's just sally forth, right? Okay, I'm going to get going on a weird work. I drink my coffee real quick. Not all of it, just a little shot, as they say. Just a snort, as my grandfather used to say when he, a moment. I don't know why my glasses are smudged. I don't think I touched them after I put the sticky stuff on my eyebrows, on my eyelids. Okay, here we go. We'll do our best. All right. Twisting adrift. At the whims of the wind, did these realms of chaos bend your mind? Go on, feel it. Double gravity in the jaw. That is your nothingness shining its neon. Well, there's your nothingness shining its neon. That's definitely my brain yelling at me in the middle of the night at times. Not always, but it happens. I'm sure it's a human condition, and it happens to many of us. Does not happen to me lately, really. But in dire times, yes. Not dire, difficult. As the mods used to say, clean living in difficult circumstances, right? Okay. That was the weird work, the middle of the night stuff. So next to come along will be our beautiful words poem for today. I find these easier to write when I'm actually having a work day. I get them done. And when I'm off, I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. I got to write a poem at night, so pardon me if it's rude to drink my coffee. I do apologize. It's I like it. It's not really even an addiction. It's just, it's not an addiction to the caffeine. It's addiction to the heat and the bitter, I guess. I don't know what it is. Lullaby was the beautiful word I drew yesterday. Let's read lullaby. Lightning lullaby, light years distant, or could be for all that I hear you tonight. My calm flung into the sounding sea, and all gloom soaks me here, and all that sounds is my cry of the night. Is my lullaby near? The end. Anguish. Wow, you know what? I apologize. I really hope everyone's not like, yay, a cheerful poem is coming my way. And then I'm like, well, I'm reading middle of the night stuff, okay? And middle of the night, when I write it down, if I bother to write it down, it must have been a mess. If I don't write it down, it was probably great. So there are a lot of nights I don't write down stuff because it wasn't a mess. So last night might have been a little bit of a mess in the consciousness that happens, and I'm definitely prone to it, like with the family, inheritance and such. What do you call that? The family line. I just don't. I'm a poet, but no words just now. Okay, it's too many things. All right. Well, speaking of words, speaking of no words just now, let's draw a beautiful word for tomorrow. For tomorrow's poem, which will be done quickly because I'm working today in this getup. Whoa, propinquity. Does anybody know what that means? If you know what, feel free to, let me know if you know what that means. Chat right in and let me know. I know I don't really draw a lot of chat, and I can dig it. But if you know what propinquity means, let me tell you this: I'm gonna know in a few. I'm gonna know what that means. So, boom. All right. So that'll be tomorrow's. Don't forget to take on some poetical bingo. This you can find at Instagram at Hipness_and_outrage. Maybe I'll just film it for a second and put it up on YouTube. I don't know how else to do things. Take a picture of it and then make a collage or a montage and put in a song about grab your poetry hat, let's go. Okay, that's gonna happen at some point today. Yeah, if I write myself a note, right? I don't have anything to write on. I do. I have weird works to write on. I've got this beautiful marker. Okay, so that was that. Next up, let's take this real purpley. Can you get the pink in this? It's really kind of, ooh. I'm trying to, I had time yesterday, but not really. You know how it is where you're like, well, I technically have time, but then I'm also wanting to do this and you have to prioritize. Look at that. Look what happens when I blink. Hey, everybody, I'm going to blind them at the old library today. Hey, may I help you find a book? And they're like, dazzled, and they fall to the ground. All right, this is my little baby boy when he was a little baby boy, brushing his teeth and his coonskin cap. And we're gonna put a poetic phrase, which is definitely what it was all leading up to that night in the bathroom, brushing his teeth in his hat. A poetical phrase for Poetry Hats, a collection that will be forthcoming. I don't know if it's going to happen right exactly on the 30th of April because I want to get through the drawing of the 30th of April, but sometimes it takes a day or two for it to go from me putting it up on Kindle Direct and it showing up. They just have a little process and probably gets busy sometimes. This time of year when the poetry is flowing freely. The splendid things of every day I discard and squander. Sometimes I do. Do you? The splendid things of every day I discard and squander. Do you, little lamb? Do you do that? The splendid things. I don't know. I think he's pretty good at what he does. My kid. So he probably gets some splendid things unsquandered in there. Let's just say so. Sounds good to me. All right. This week I have been featuring my poetry works that you can find on Amazon, and I did put the link in the description. I remembered to. This is Electrified Corset. I can't remember it if I'm not looking right at it. I can be like, hey, that's a cover of That's a cover of what? Okay, Electrified Corset. Pardon me, is the work that I will read from today. I think I marked 3 poems again, so you're in for it. Let's go. We better go because, I got to go work and stuff. Wet socks. Disguise of artist. Open my skull and neglect me. Rend me vulnerable. To the headache I crave. On fist of heat, its thief. Shunning chimney corner eye of buzzing marketplace. Must accept. Holing up instead. This poet cap slung into the river in hope of health. Unwieldy, costly, a silent accountant in an opera house whose song remains buried. I lie in saying I've tossed you away. Not there. Let me remain sick. Ooh, that is very... It is a flip poem where I believe the original was not so gloomy. And I was like, now I'm going to do the opposite. And it became the opposite. Wet socks. So try that sometime. Take a poem you've written it's usually a poem that you have written. Oops, forgot my glove. I just noticed what I'm doing. Okay, I wonder if I can do it from memory. It's going to be fun. Anyway, yeah, you can flip. Oh, don't miss the self-portrait as Medusa. Oh, that was a day. All right, next. I was excited to find a villanelle in here. If you've been listening to Podcast in A Minor, I just put out a new one. Called Shimmering Poetry. Are You There? What is poetry is the theme of that one. And that is utilizing a poet's glossary by Edward Hirsch. It's upstairs, or I'd show it to you. Furthermore, the week before, Villain of the Villanelle. And the villanelle is a French form of poetry where you take a tercet, which is 3 lines, take 5 of those, and then end with a quatrain, 4 lines. And I found one in my book. Now, see, it was much easier just to write one when I was doing that podcast episode than it was to remember by title what was the villanelle and if I'd even used any, because I know I haven't. Villanelles are a puzzle, and usually I'm flying around pretty, slapdash. I don't want to say slapdash poet. No one. That's great marketing, good one. But what I mean is there's more emotional oomph behind it than puzzling out, and so I do sit down to puzzle sometimes. This one has both. Let's read it. It's called Instructions. Get drunk and say you're sorry. He sent me on my way. I who couldn't stay. Eyes too little starry to vaunt and have your say. Get drunk and say you're sorry. Your mindstorm on display, affliction on your party, he sent me on my way. What foul enchantments jar me, bedeviled soul safari, get drunk and say you're sorry. All hurtful words in play, in bile and venom spray, he sent me on my way. Yet onward pressing are we, guitar me through the day, get drunk and say you're sorry, he sent me on my way. The end. And sometimes that's life, right? All right. Okay, the final poem. This is called Electrified Corset, and it is basically all the emotions, not all of them beautiful, I think is the, not all of them lovely. Spurts of every possible emotion, not all of them lovely, is the final phrase on the back of the book. I need my glove, I need my glove, I need my satin glove. And I just knocked it farther away. With sleigh bells on it. You're not going to escape. You're not going to escape. You're not going to escape the birthday party of the mind. Is this the hand I do it with? I don't remember. Whichever one I sewed the sleigh bells to. Yes. Yeah, because I hold the book with my right hand, but maybe I can do it from memory. You'll know if I'm doing it with lots of eye contact. This is the birthday party. Oh, I do need my glasses if I'm reading. Poem song with 1-inch sleigh bells stitched to champagne satin gloves. In the birthday party of the mind, how did I get this many years in the birthday party of the mind? How can I be blank years old in the birthday party of the mind? Where is Roland S. Howard? Where is Roland S. Howard? Why did I say those awful words? Regret is steep, regret is deep, regret is rattling the garden gate. Hate, self-flagellate. My sweet Jesus, my Lord, please forgive, and save, forgive. Sing your forgiveness to me here below. Where did Roland S. Howard go? Sing to me, Roland. Sing, she cried. Sing, she cried. Sing, she cried. Forgive me, Lord. I need thee every hour. Don't let the devil have me. Somebody kiss my navel. The end. I remembered it. That is the birthday party. That is about, of course, my habit of ending many, many, many books with a poem about Roland S. Howard, the Australian guitarist. There's a little block print of his little face. All right. Rest his soul. It's no longer with us. All right. Well, heck, as long as I would love to go on, and I do. I got it. This is, I hope I didn't think I hit the computer with that, but this is where my little glove lives, on this root beer bottle. There you go. I'm going to put that in the art cart. All right. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Alliteration. Use some alliteration in your poetry today. Do some poetry bingo. I have 2 cards up now. This one, the first one, the first one I posted, but this is the one from this year, where I make up little squares of exercises. Echo, repeating rhymes, near rhymes, or alliteration. Check. Done. All right. So we did that. And then last night I posted one from last year, which is a little simpler. This one I really went out there, went out into orbit on. So it was fun. All right, I'm going to let you go. I got to go, go to work and such. So wonderful Wednesday, lots of poetry. See you tomorrow.